When you're making this resurrection movie now, you also have this obligation. There's this. You're doing a very similar thing that you were doing with the Passion of the Christ, where this is a profound story.
Yes.
When you put something like that together, how do you choose who's going to be the next Jesus?
You use him again.
Caviezel.
Yeah, I know it's 20 years later.
Too.
It's 20 years later, but it's...
Yeah, but it's the right guy.
Yeah, but it's supposed to be 3 days later, but he got 20 years older. And I think I have to use a few techniques that they've started to get really good with
The CGI and they can do amazing things now.
You can actually
Yeah.
get some of the same people.
And by the time you film it, it'll be even better.
Yeah.
When are you going to start filming?
I'm hoping next year sometime. There's a lot required because it is, I'll just tell you this, it's an acid trip when we wrote it. It is like, I've never read anything like it. And my brother and I and Randall all sort of congregated on this, so there's some good heads put together, but there's some crazy stuff. And I think in order to really tell the story properly, you have to start with the fall of the angels, right?
Yeah.
Which is you're in another place. You're in another realm. You know, you need to go to hell. You need to go to Sheol.
So you're going to have hell? You're going to have Satan, all that?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Sure, you gotta have, yeah.
Right.
You gotta have his origin.
How do you depict that?
This is a good question. And I think I have ideas about how to do that. And ideas about how to evoke things and emotions in people from the way you depict it and the way you shoot it. So I've been thinking about it for a long time. So it's not going to be easy, and it's going to require a lot of planning. And I'm not wholly sure I can pull it off, to tell you the truth. It's really super ambitious. But I'll take a crack at it, because that's what you got to do, right? Walk up to the plate, right? So I think I can get it. But it's not about me, you know.
Right.
It's about something else.
Well,
So,
if anybody can do it, you can do it.
well, I hope so. 'Cause
Yeah.
It's trying to find the way in that's not like cheesy or obvious, but that actually it's almost like a magic trick in a sense. It's diversion. It's obfuscate this, show that. Look over here. You know, I don't.
Yeah.
It's
Do you have a title?
yeah, it's just like the resurrection of the Christ. Yeah, it's like so that's a title, and yeah, it's very ambitious. That's all I'll say. It took a long time to write. It's really ambitious, and it goes from like the fall of the angels to the death of the last apostle.
Do you have a start date?
I don't have a start date. I just have to begin pre-production and see what happens. And it's just going to roll in its own time. It's taking its own time. I thought it was late. I thought, oh, it's taking too long. It's taking too long, but it's probably just right. Yeah, it's when it's supposed to be.
Yeah. Well, if you believe that, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I hope you're right.
I think I'm right. My instincts are that I'm right.
Yeah, yeah.
And if I was going to trust anybody with that story, it would be you.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a massive thing. And theologically, it's something that you have to really look at and make correlations that ring true, because it's not all written.
Do you consult with someone, like a biblical scholar?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Oh, my goodness, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. And, of course, you know, there's your own a thing that comes into it from having read the book a few times. You read the book a few times, and it's amazing how your memory, how there's these recessive files somewhere in the background, how you can correlate this piece to that piece over there. And that's important because juxtaposition is everything with this story. and what it means in a bigger picture.
Yeah.
So it's hard to explain, but it's quite involved.
Yeah. Well, I can only imagine.
Yeah, and I don't know that you can do it in a foreign language because the concepts are too difficult now. So that you may have to resort to the vernacular so that that at least is clear.
Is that up for debate right now with you?
Yeah, it is. I'm thinking But look, have you seen these apps now where they have this AI stuff where the guy's talking German and then he switches to French and then he's Spanish and then Chinese? And,
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
Yeah.
And his mouth moves and it's the same voice. I mean, it's crazy what they do. So,
So you're going to use that kind of a tool, do you think?
You could.
Will you begin it in Aramaic or in Hebrew?
Maybe. Yeah. Aramaic is really the kick, isn't it? But, I think I've written it in English, but I wrote the last one in English too and translated it. And then the people had to learn to speak it because I think there's only about 400 people that actually speak Aramaic still.
Wow.
And apparently they understood it, so I was happy about that.
Wow.
So that was good. Yeah. 400,000 people, sorry.
Oh.
In the world.
That makes more sense.
Yeah. Sorry. 400 people. Yeah.
I've preserve those 400 people.
Yeah. Not many people speaking Latin still, but that's quite well known.
Well, I can't wait to see it, man.
Yeah.
And I just want to say I appreciate you very much. All the stuff that you've done. You've made some really awesome pieces in your life. You really have.
Thank you. Yeah.
Done
Thanks
some great stuff.
Yeah. I'm blown away by where you got to with this, which is like, didn't you start off just smoking a spliff on a couch with a guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty bizarre.
Yeah.
I'm not exactly sure how it happened.
No, that's good.
I just kind of kept doing it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a fan.
Thank you.
I watch it all the time.
Thank you.